He's one of the most decorated authors of our time. His books are bestsellers. His stories in the LA Times, eye-openers. And Mark Arax never seems to have writer's block. He was in studio with me earlier this week to talk about his newest book, The Dreamt Land. Now on shelves, Mark travels up and down California, meeting the people and exploring the land that make up our state's ag industry. He's also inspired me along the way. Author and award-winning journalist Mark Arax joining us here on Sunday Morning Matters. How are you?
Nice to be here.
A new book, nearly a decade, The Dreamt Land, out on shelves now. You're going through the book signing tour now. What motivated you to write this book? Yeah, nearly, 9 years after writing your last?
Well, it's an attempt to try to figure out this place. I was raised here, grew up here, and it's a puzzle. When you grow up in Fresno, you see all these irrigation canals slicing through the town, and my grandma used to say, "Don't go near there. You'll jump. You'll fall in." And where's that water going to? To whom? By what right? And these aren't questions that you ask yourself as a kid. And so I thought, well, let's. All my stories are explorations of place. And I started in Fresno and worked my way out. This one takes in the entire state, from Mount Shasta to Imperial, and it's all. And I just follow water and dust. That's what the subtitle is: Chasing Water and Dust Across California. And
really, all of your characters are farmers for the most part in the book. And chapter 1, as you said, is climate change. And I thought, wow, because that is going to be the center of attention in the presidential race of 2020. And if you ask any farmer, as you're telling me, climate change is real.
A lot of farmers don't want to admit that, but when you go out, like I did with a farmer who farmed pistachios and almonds, and there was this one year in the middle of the drought where his pistachios need to be fertilized. The males had not fertilized the females. And I said, why is this? We went out and he was hitting the pods of pollen, and it just wasn't. He says, my males and females aren't communicating. I said, well, what else is new? And I said, what is it? He said, it's climate change. We did not get enough chilling hours to put the nut tree to sleep. And if it doesn't sleep in winter, it does not come out in spring. And that's what happened. And he said it was climate change. And I said, do you dare utter those words? And he did. It's right there in chapter 1 in the book.
And it goes on to tell so many stories, as you mentioned, and really the ag industry and our farmers are facing so many different challenges now than they used to in the past. We know water is number one. How damaging is this, though? Are we officially out of a drought here in the Central Valley, as we've been told?
Well, in terms of climate, we're out of a drought. But because we have planted so many crops, because this is great soil and plenty of water, we're always in a deficit mode. And that's why there's so much groundwater pumping going on. So in a way, we are always in a state of drought when it comes to the extent of our farming. And now with this state regulation that is going to limit groundwater extraction, the farmers are looking at, in the San Joaquin Valley we have 6 million acres of farmland. They're looking at the very real possibility of idling, fallowing 2 million acres.
Wow.
To satisfy the sustainability requirements of that law.
As you know, we're in the ongoing trade war with China. President Trump is not giving up on this. He's going full steam ahead. A lot of farmers voted for President Trump, and he felt like he was the guy that can bring them all the necessary things, including water. But these tariffs could be very damaging to Valley farmers and farmers across America, but Valley farmers mostly. What are they telling you when it comes to President Trump and these China tariffs?
It starts with water. Trump came here and basically said there was no drought, and they knew that not to be the case. And he also promised that he was going to have the pumps turned on full blast from the Delta. So those are really that's a very difficult promise to fulfill, because so many court cases have set down regulations and laws that limit the ability of those pumps to go 24/7 throughout the year to move the water through the Delta to the farmland. So there's that uncertainty. And then the tariffs bring a great deal of uncertainty, because we have put, as a valley, we put a big bet on nuts, for instance. Pistachios, almonds.
Yeah.
Almonds, there are probably 1.5 million acres of almonds in California now. That's a stunning figure. It's like a tripling in a decade or so. Okay. Those tariffs, much of the almonds and pistachios go to Asia, and those tariffs are going to hurt that if they start. I mean, it's soybeans now in the Midwest.
Right.
It hasn't quite affected our almonds and pistachios, but those crops are very sensitive to tariffs.
You know, and really, we just got about 60 seconds here, because I really got to ask you, in the book that is fascinating on all your explorations here, California is a much different place. And farming is a much different place. I talked to a very prominent farmer here in town who decided to sell off more than 700 acres of his cotton and wheat because he says farming is not what it used to be. Is farming in California safe? Is it going to continue the way it has?
Farming by small farmers is an endangered species, every bit as endangered as the Delta smelt. That's a big worry of mine. If you look at the Center Valley, not the east side or the west side, but the Center Valley, Fowler, Selma, these were places that family farming, many of them were Armenians, Japanese who came here, Swedes. They're having a heck of a time making it. And these big hedge funds are coming from New York and other places, pension funds, and they're buying up this land because of the water. And that creates a very different kind of valley. When you lose that small farmer who lives on his land, is invested in that land, and all of a sudden it's being managed from afar in New York, we've lost the way of life.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a fascinating book. Can't wait to get my hands on it. You'll be doing a book signing in Visalia on Tuesday?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's a good time, and it's a great book. And as always, pleasure having you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to have you. Sunday Morning Matters,
Yeah.
Mark Arax.
Thanks.